And at number 3, Justin Herbert.
Oh, wow.
Justin, what are you? Are you like a better version of Jay Cutler?
Oh.
Jay Cutler.
Are you a slightly worse version of Dan Fouts and Phillip Rivers? You know, great quarterbacks for the Chargers, legitimately great, and Fouts a Hall of Famer, but not quite good enough to lead them to Super Bowls. Maybe, is that who you are? I don't know. You started off like gangbusters. Actually, number 1 on Bruce Ballard for a few weeks. Maybe, Nick, do you know him, have a relationship with you? Because he goes at your squads. And he looked great in beating the Chiefs, looked great in beating your Raiders.
Yeah.
And then since then, it's been all downhill. 5 games since then, 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3 losses. All right, so now tonight you face Minnesota. You have a chance to right the ship. And I don't want to hear about the offensive line injuries. Tell that to C.J. Stroud. You think he wants to hear that? No, I don't want to hear about the offensive line injuries. You got a solid receiving core and running back group. You got a coach who's great and loves you. Defense is okay. Defense is good enough. Like, I think you guys should be a very good team, but you are only going as far as you take them. And believe it or not, I believe in you. I do. I'm not Danny Parkins, but I do believe in you, Justin. Go get it done.
I want to go crazy here. Justin Herbert is elite. I can't believe we still have to have these Broussard conversations, these absurd conversations. See what I did there? You don't want to hear about the O-line. You don't want to hear that Justin Herbert is being hit and pressured at a literal historic rate. And then you want to talk about his receiving core that is also leading the NFL in drops. It's just unbelievable. Justin Herbert's pressure rate and drop rate is just astronomical. Astronomical. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I love how Justin Herbert doesn't get that benefit of the doubt at all. And also, you bring up C.J. Stroud. How has C.J. Stroud looked since the O-line can't protect him? Not good. Not good. I'm thinking about live streaming this game tonight. I'm thinking about doing it the vertical way. It's like through the shorts or whatever. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I haven't done it that way. I've live streamed before, where I did it it kind of looks like this, what you're watching right now. And then the side is just kind of the scoreboard. But I've been reading and hearing about positive experiences with the more vertical side of live streaming. So I was thinking about trying that, seeing how you guys feel about that. If a lot of you watch these on your phone and whatnot, or how that will work. So just wanted to throw that out there. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Would appreciate it. But yeah, man. It's just unbelievable. Justin Herbert is clearly special. I mean, he's clearly special. He's clearly elite. I mean, what this man has had to deal with all the pressure and all the drops, and yet he's still, top in the NFL in touchdowns, top in the NFL in passing yards, top in the NFL in completion percentage. I mean, it's just, this guy has to deal with just everything crumbling around him. The sheer fact that this team is even remotely competitive, even remotely a semblance of a contender, is strictly because of Justin Herbert. So, yeah, I don't understand. Are you expecting him to be able to carry this team to have this like undefeated record? Because that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. So like I don't understand. I really, really don't. And the problem with Herbert is that he's just never been able to be supported with a great roster, a great coaching staff, and health all at the same time. He has not had that benefit. We, at the very least, for the most part, have seen that from Lamar. We've seen that from Josh Allen. We've seen that from Patrick Mahomes. Right? We've been able to see that with all these other various top quarterbacks. Justin Herbert has not really truly had all the stars align quite yet. So he doesn't get to have a couple of those seasons earlier in his career where we could say, well, look how great he was when he had all this. Like, of course he could only do so much. So people say, like, well, Mahomes has done this and Allen has done this and Lamar, Jalen, whoever. And like, I get all of that, but Justin Herbert has been on the receiving end of just like, he's been in a worse situation than Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals have been a disaster. The franchise, not Joe Burrow himself. But, like, at least he's had Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, a competent offensive coach. He's no, Zachary Taylor's no Andy Reid or Shanahan or McVay out there, but he's not the equivalent of whoever the heck Justin Herbert has had over the years, Staley mainly. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, you got to just keep things in perspective. So, I mean, Justin Herbert is special. Justin Herbert is elite. And Harbaugh is the one that said it. He said it straight up. He's like, it's my job to be able to put the players around Herbert so he can truly be that Hall of Fame quarterback that we know he is. That he is truly that special talent. And in order to really show that, you need talent. You need talent. That's the reality. Okay? That's the reality. So when you put the weight on this guy's shoulders game after game after game after game, and again, he's had a few tough interceptions. Some of them were his fault, undeniably, and some of them were just complete flukes or amazing plays by the defense. It just happens. But I don't think we have to make up some sort of scenario where he's just like turning the ball over at some alarming rate. That's not the case. I mean, it's actually pretty funny because when we look at quarterbacks under pressure, Justin Herbert has been pressured 119 times. 119 times. We have someone like Baker Mayfield, 108. And yet everybody praises how Baker Mayfield has been playing. And yet they both have 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions under pressure. Pretty much a wash in terms of yards. And obviously his receivers have Baker Mayfield's receivers have stepped up more. We can even just see right here, under pressure, Baker Mayfield's receivers have 0 drops. 0 drops. Justin Herbert, 4. This is just when being, blitzed and under pressure. Turnover-worthy plays, 6 for Baker Mayfield, 1 for Justin Herbert. So, again, just because some of these other quarterbacks have been fortunate enough to not really get bitten by it, it's like, Kurt Warner talked about this with Mahomes. And this isn't a knock on Mahomes. He was actually just having an interesting conversation about how, Mahomes in the one half threw the ball that could have been intercepted. He had like 3 passes that easily could have been intercepted. It hit the defender's hands. And then he goes on and plays perfectly for the rest of the game. But he had 3 mistakes, really bad mistakes that he didn't suffer the negative consequences for. But that could have changed the game completely, yet still played perfect, still played elite outside of those 3 mistakes. And so he was just having an interesting conversation about it. It wasn't any type of value statement on someone like Mahomes. It's why I value the discussion about turnover-worthy plays, because if it seems to matter to Kurt Warner, well, then it seems to matter to me as well, okay? And so some of that stuff ends up being luck, but it's just so fascinating to me how someone gets all the praise, MVP, nods, but then someone like Justin Herbert is like, he's just not good enough. And it's just like, you need some support. You need some support. I mean, I want to put this in perspective one last time for today. We see Justin Herbert, okay? He's 14th in adjusted completion percentage. Again, that removes drops, throwaways. This is really highlighting like how accurate have you been. 76.8%. You see other people ahead of him: Bryce Young, Josh Allen, Fields, Rodgers, Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray. What's so crazy is that when we then look at dropbacks with pressure, when you look at the top 14, and Justin Herbert's 14th here, Josh Allen pressured 73 times. Now, he did have a bye, so it's a little bit different. You know, some of these players, buys, injuries, Justin Fields and whatnot. But the rest of that, you know, Mac Jones hasn't played the full season, Kyler Murray. But Jordan Love, Dak, Drake, you can see the rates of pressure. You know, 73, 95, 93, 84, 50, 82, 67, 62, 75, 74, 91, 90, 75. Justin Herbert is an absolute outlier, yet his adjusted completion percentage is still right there in the mix, even though he's being pressured at such an insanely alarming rate. It's actually remarkable. It really is. The fact that people can't like really see that for what it is it's such a shame. It really is. It's equivalent to people trying to bash Joe Burrow for not making the playoffs last year, when it's like Joe Burrow played out of his mind last season. The dude did everything, and he was also under pressure nonstop, and people were like, well, he didn't make the playoffs. And it was just like, he had one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen, actually. And statistically, it was one of the best seasons of all time. And it was when dealing with one of the worst O-lines we have ever seen and one of the worst defenses we have ever seen. Like, it was insane. Insane. He was literally putting up comparable numbers to Tom Brady in the undefeated season, which is widely seen as, you know, the best offense ever, as Nick just said the other day. And yet Joe Burrow was having comparable success, and yet it was like, he wasn't good enough. What did he do against the New England Patriots or the Miami Dolphins or whatever? And it was just like, oh, dude, you guys are ridiculous. And we're having a similar effect right now with Justin Herbert for different reasons. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I'll just leave it at that. The constant disrespect on Justin Herbert. How many playoff games has he won? Okay. Whatever that has to do with anything right now, sure. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. Again, please let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comments below in terms of about live streaming, doing it vertically, you know, trying to see how that will work out. Let me know your thoughts also with everything that I just said. And please don't forget to subscribe. Trying to build a awesome community here. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Really trying to build something special here. Really trying to just create something that is firmly rooted in this sports talk world, so I can keep making the best possible Chargers videos and sports videos in general. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.